let's rewind it all the way back. Where are you from? Yeah.
Well, I'm from Melbourne. I'm a little country girl. I was born and raised down there. I stayed there till I was like 19, and then I got a job offer in Sydney, middle of COVID, and I just packed my bag and was like, let's go. And I just shoved everything in my car, quit my job, started this new job, and I was only meant to be here for a year. Ended up quitting that job that brought me here, and I was going to go home. I ended up just staying. I was like, screw it. I think I've got a lot more to bring to Sydney, so I'm going to stay and see how I go.
How many brothers, sisters?
I've got a few, bit of a tricky ones. I have 2 stepbrothers that I grew up with from when I was a baby. And then I have 2 half brothers and a half sister as well.
Whoa. So you're the ones that you lived with, they're from your dad?
Well, we're getting into it already. We're getting deep from the start. No, I'm actually adopted.
Oh, wow.
So they're not related to anyone. I was adopted into that family when I was 4. But they're my brothers. I don't refer to them as my stepbrothers or my stepparents. They're my mum, they're my dad, my brothers, yeah.
Oh, wow. And what's their nationality?
They're Aussie.
Aussie.
But my actual background, my mum is African American and my dad's Italian. Not that you can tell at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got African American.
No, I know.
What do you usually get?
I normally get like WOG, you're a type of WOG, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll take it. I mean, I didn't actually know, because obviously like adoption's hard, you know? So I didn't actually like deep it until I was like 13. And then like I knew I was adopted from a young age, obviously, but I didn't really like put that much like thought into it. And then I used to always cook Italian food just because I loved pasta. My mom would get so frustrated because I would cook like 3 or 4 nights a week. She'd be like, you always cook pasta, you always cook lasagna, you always cook bruschetta, why? And why? I'm like, I don't know, I just like it. Like I love it. I love pasta, I love cooking. When I was like 15, Mom's like, you know, you're half Italian. I was like, you wonder why I cook pasta.
Yeah.
But I was always like, when I started cooking when I was like 10, 12, it was always pasta. I'm like, the Italian runs deep. I didn't even need to be told to know I loved pasta.
Yeah. So it just runs naturally. So you never ever heard from your, like, is that the word, maternal? Your
like my birth parents?
Yeah.
They both passed away now. My dad when I was very young, and then my mum when I was 12.
Okay. So like when you, like growing up, did that ever affect you? Of course, like you come from a loving home, it seems like, you know, from your adopted parents, but did that like play into? Of course,
adoption, as I said, like adoption is tricky. Like adoption is not easy on anyone. Everyone has a different mindset of it, you know, like it was very different for my brothers and my sister to me because they weren't adopted, you know, and I was, but
Hey guys, this is Rubasha here at the Just Co offices, made for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. You see, we're living in the greatest time to be alive, where you can use the power of social media, where you can get your voice out there, your brand. How can you put yourself in the front position? How can you use and utilize a media network to be able to build your brand? That is the mistake so many people make. They don't know how to build brand. They don't know how to use their voice and the art of communication to storytell. We have that platform, the Rubasha Family Podcast, made for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs, where you could utilize the power of social media to get your voice out there. You're gonna either do 2 things. You're gonna keep scrolling, or you're gonna take action and create history with the revolutionists. You have one choice. Don't be like the 98%. Take action now.
When I was younger, so I lived with my mom, obviously, until I was taken, and then I lived in foster family, and then I was adopted. But it was funny because the adopted family, her son is now my dad. So I always grew up with those families. So she's now my grandma. And just because I was with them for so long, like my dad was like, she's at our house like every second day anyway. We should just adopt her. But because I had like 3 maternal figures, like going to primary school, I used to be like, I have 3 moms and a dad. And everyone used to be like, what? Oh, wow. I thought my parents were in some weird like sex cult thing going on, but I didn't understand it. Not everyone had that. Obviously, like I'm a baby. I literally like 8 to 12. Yeah. And one day I remember I came in. I was in grade 6, and my mum had just passed away during the summer holidays over Christmas. And I came in, and it was like, "How was your holiday?" And I was like, "It was really bad. My mum died." And then my mum walked in there, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" But yeah, it didn't affect me then. Like, it was funny then. But like then, obviously, when I got older, it did suck because like, no matter how loving my family is, I will never be their blood child. And when I was younger, it affected me because I'm like, what if I was actually a child, or what if I grew up with my Italian dad and my African American mother? Maybe I would know Italian, you know. Maybe I would. No, like I want that one family, and I still yearn for it, but I was angry as a teenager. I was like, how dare you put me in a situation where I couldn't live with my family? Now, obviously, being a mature adult, I'm okay, but like I still yearn for like the Italian side and like the African American side, like my roots. Like I crave my roots and I yearn my roots, and I always think like, I really want to marry an Italian man or something so I can get that feeling of, you know. But yeah, we'll see where we go.
So you want to marry an Italian?
I don't know. Like, I crave that side of them. I think it will be bringing me a little bit closer. Not just Italian, like African American as well, you know.
Yeah.
But I do, like, in my head believe that I might feel a little bit closer to them if I do marry one of the two ethnicities. I don't know if it's true. I might marry them and be like, not. But at the moment, I'm like, maybe I do. Like, my best friend's Italian, and when her mum comes, she only speaks Italian. She doesn't know how to speak English. But it's always just cooking fresh pasta, and like you're working together and you're teaching her. And I'm like, you know, you're making your own tomato sauce and you make your own salami. And I'm like, I'm so like drawn to that. I'm like, I want that so bad.
Love that.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're gonna love that one.